Well, good afternoon, people. And today we have a very serious subject. I want to discuss building your immune system, which I think can be very helpful because of all this COVID stuff, or whatever you want to call it, COVID, or now it's the Delta. But I think we should talk about building up our immune system. So it's going to be a short video, and then I'm going to end it with some stretching, morning stretches. You know how I feel about stretching. Number one, Ester-C. Now there is something called emergencies. That's a little bit iffy. Now you can get these in the company called Vita Cost online. They come in 2 days. Greatest vitamin C packets, 1,000 milligrams, or you can even take half of the packet. So take 500 one day and 500 the next. Just kind of divide it up. I think it's a teaspoon is a half, and another teaspoon is another half. So you can either take the whole packet. They look like these. The whole packet, or you could take half of the packet. It just depends on you. 1,000 milligrams. Next, my trusty friend, apple cider vinegar. This stuff works for anything. I mean, it's just organic, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother. That's the secret, the mother. So you want to take a cup of water in the morning, first thing when you wake up. Put about a tablespoon. I start out with a tablespoon. I wouldn't really go with 2 tablespoons. Just, you kind of have to fit. It says 1 tablespoon on the bottom. So it just depends on you, 1 or 2. I would start out with 1. Put it in your water and drink it slowly in the morning when you first wake up. Great cleanser and a great immune builder. You can get this mostly at any grocery store. Next, you want a dependable multivitamin. This happens to be Trader Joe's high potency chewable. Great stuff. You might want to take it every couple of days. I mean, a lot of this stuff, I wouldn't do it every day. Maybe every couple of days. It just depends on how your body is. Great multivitamin. And here we are, our trusty vitamin D, great for the immune system. This one happens to be 1,000 IUs. They come in different IUs, 400, 1,000. I believe there's 3,000 IUs. You kind of have to feel yourself and see, what's good for you. But I take 1,000 IUs. There's a limit to it. You have to look up the limit of what you can take of IUs. But this is like kind of average. And this is great. This is some great stuff for the immune system. Black elderberry gummies. Now there's many versions of the elderberry gummies. You can get them almost anywhere. This happens to be made by Samuel, but there's many companies that do the elderberry gummies. Now this particular one, you take one. It's called one. It's a vegan gummy. But they come in many different types. You just want to get that good old black elderberry. Great for the immune system. And finally, Luna bars, or if you can find yourself a great low sugar protein bar. So when you get hungry, don't reach for that cheeseburger or that hamburger. Reach for a Luna or in any alternative protein bar. They have so many of them. It's like all up to your liking. This is a lemon. They have many flavors, but this is lemon. Great stuff. And I believe the protein content in this is 8 grams, which is pretty good. And finally, drink your water. At least 6 to 8 cups a day. Okay, at least 6 to 8 cups a day. Kind of space them out. Water is the great stuff right there. This is nature's healer. You want to flush your body out and get your immune system going. This, we refill the bottles, but you can either buy new bottles or refill them at a water store. And finally, my favorite book that I learned from my grandmother Frances, Back to Eden. Great stuff. Back to Eden by Jethro Kloss. This book has been written since 1939. It's been around forever. And you just go through it. It talks about vitamins, minerals, you name it. Different herbs for different ailments. Everything is in this book. Back to Eden by Jethro Kloss. It says here, the original international bestseller, over 5 million sold. Great book. Back to Eden. Now finally, I'm going to end this with some good old stretches. You know me, how I feel about stretches in the morning. And we're going to take it slow. But I'm telling you, when you wake up and do these stretches in the morning, you'll feel great. Here we go. And breathe. Side to side. Okay. And next, our slow breathing.
First, I better remember what they're doing.
And our bicycle pumps. And finally, you can do this, alternating as long as you want. Maybe 15 minutes, kind of average, 10 to 15 minutes. Each exercise, the combination of all the exercises, it may last for about 15 minutes. And this is great for the hips. And reverse. And reverse. So you want to alternate each exercise for a total of 15 minutes. And finally, this is great. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Alright folks, so you have the combination of each exercise. Do it for maybe 10-15 minutes tops when you first start out. The longer the better, but you don't want to overdo it. So people, remember, let's get that immune system going, and let's take it from there and spread the love and peace in the world and treat people with kindness and compassion. And I think we'll be able to make it through all this.